Go Chargers. Like the shirt.
What did you think of the offense's performance in the scrimmage tonight?
I thought we started off unbelievably. I thought we started off really hot. I thought the receivers were making big-time plays down the field. Stan had a big grab and a run after the catch. BJ made an unbelievable one on the goal line. I thought we started off really, really well. I think we need to do a better job of just sustaining things and making sure that we clean up a lot of the logistical details, which ultimately shows up a lot of times in scrimmage one, which is good to see, so we can clean up. For the most part, we got to, especially down on the goal line, talking from a tight end perspective, we got to be more physical. We got to do a better job of exerting our will and winning blocks, especially our one-on-ones into the end zone.
How many tight ends do you anticipate using in the game on a regular? Assuming that you will have those 3 tight end package situations.
I would love to have a rotation of 4. I think we have, especially early on in camp, you see a lot of 3 tight end rotations with Stacy, Alex, and Bryce doing a variety of different things, and I think they've done an unbelievable job. And Zach Williams has shown up to be able to have a role. So I see a good heavy rotation, but you also have a guy like Connor Hutchings and the young kid Colby Powers who's done unbelievable in terms of catching the football.
Talk about how the tight ends might be able to help whoever becomes the starting quarterback by being that safety flanker, that outlet in the flat.
Sure. I think from, just starting with pass protection, I think extending the edge and being able to help and chip and do a variety of different things to be able to, slow down some rushers off the edge, but ultimately just being a big body down the middle of the field or out wide or whatever we need to do to make contested catches. I think that's going to help generate confidence for whoever that is down the road.
So you coached Alex at UNLV. What's the biggest improvements that he's made from then to now?
I think you just see maturity just in terms of weightlifting, being stronger, knowing exactly a lot of the buzzwords. You see him playing really fast. With a COVID season that didn't count for eligibility, he's technically a true freshman. So to be able to have a kid that already knows some buzzwords and is able to know how things look and how it should feel, I think is an unbelievable deal to be able to add to our group right now.
Coach Fish was saying that the new guy you got, Carson Cota, would have been maybe more heavily recruited had it not been for the COVID year. Are you able to comment on what he's bringing?
Yeah, he's on campus, so it's, anytime you get a 6'5" kid that's almost 240 pounds right out of high school, I think, it really stands out just in terms of body size. And you look at his tape in high school, he's making catches down the field, he's able to run block, and he comes from an extremely athletic family, having brother already playing at another school in the Pac-12 South and dad being a former athlete. It's, what to expect, and I'm really looking forward to building on that, Clay.
What kind of learning curve does he have?
I think it's going to be a foreign language for a good amount of time in terms of our playbook. But the good thing about it is there's a lot of young tight ends that have made that transition. Guys had to learn it starting in January. So he's got a lot of brothers around him that are going to be able to get around and help him figure things out on his own.
Would you say that ideally you'd like to bring in 2 tight ends in each recruiting class?
I think it's more of a numbers deal. I think from where we stand right now, based off of where the numbers were originally, we have the luxury of being able to bring into a class. But it really just kind of depends on where the need is in terms of holes in years, eligibility, and what we need at the moment.
If you are bringing in 2, are you looking for guys who have complementary skill sets, like one is, I guess, Y and F for those?
Correct. Yes, to an extent. I think you always want to make sure that you don't have too many Ys. I think you always want to make sure you don't have too many receiving tight ends. It's just it's a little bit of a song and dance of making sure that you have the right balance in the room and also the right balance of guys that were already here initially.
What will it take for recruits to look at, tight end recruits to look at Arizona as kind of a destination?
One, you just look at the proud tradition of tight ends, that have come through here. You look at, Brandon Manu Maliuna, you look at Rob Gronkowski, you look at a proud tradition of Mark Keel, and there's a variety of different guys that have really made big-time imprints on this program in the tight end position. And then you just look at the track record of what Coach Fish has done at his previous destinations, Coach Carroll has done at his previous destinations, and you know that it's going to be a really big focal point that's going to make us unique. And I think that's why you see a lot of tight ends starting to gravitate to Tucson, is it makes us unique. We're being different.
Last one.
How would you describe the impact that Bryce Wolma has on this team, both on the field and off?
It is an unbelievable amount of ownership and leadership. A guy I think I said it back in the spring, but just having the luxury of somebody with that much game experience and a willingness to be able to buy in with the culture and buy in to help the young guys. He's done an unbelievable job, and I think we're really looking forward to an unbelievable year for him.